So this match, we'll see if the Tacticus can get back into the Group A. This is Group B. The Tacticus could potentially make it back into that finals and have a chance to win for the finals. And here we are on IO. It is a ugly looking map, but we have scientists, elites, inventors, and adaptive. Very, very rocky. Looking for basalt next to ice. Oh, this is a really interesting spot over here. That might be the best founding spot I've seen so far. Even have some carbon. No nukes. Maybe make an elite work up here. Be kind of cramped. What else are we looking at? Nothing that screams out found adaptive other than this spot over here, which would be good for just about anything, to be honest. Over here could be interesting, but you're kind of shorting yourself on the ice department.
A scientific HQ has
T-Back is going to take that really good spot for pretty cheap, $12,000 as a scientist. I do like this location. Let's see. Whoa. A little bit of a glitch over here, as we can see. Hopefully that players don't see that glitch when they're founding, and it's just an observer thing. NC Game Wizard is going to found as the inventor and crush a whole bunch of iron and then go for this low, so they're going to mine one iron and then get one iron from the metal mine. And then Peasant and Tacticus going for elite, Peasant going for elite in this crater, going for this basalt, the Tacticus going for an elite down here, which decent spot. The only problem is ice. Ice is far away. Okay, actually there's some ice over here, which I didn't notice, so it's actually not that bad. Yeah, Dubin says that these combo tiles over here would have been workable. Only they have some ice, so definitely could have found an adaptive over there, or maybe even the inventor would have been better over here, simply because you can crush and mine more items. But anyway, everybody is up at HQ2 except for Peasant. Peasant over here has 2 more claims to put down, actually, with those extra claims from the IO and then extra claims starting out as an elite. We'll see what Peasant decides to do with those claims. Tudback HQ2 already going into aluminum, into carbon, and plenty of steel. Bought up plenty of glass, and glass is going up. The colony is a glass colony, so the colony is going to consume a bunch of glass. NC Game Wizard going into some glass as well, and then has the basalt platforms up, and has a single ion collector. Death Tacticus moving into power, hologramming some of that power as an elemental quarry. Death Tacticus really likes to do is hologram power plays on Series and IO, and only a 16k debt to pay through. Peasant was saving up to go into ion collectors, and has made it into those ion collectors. Finally up on HQ2, Tudback HQ3. In the lead now as a scientist. This is a really good location. Moving into a geothermal borehole. It has another one that he could take. So 2 geothermal boreholes. The spy has been purchased. Somebody looking at that geothermal borehole, Death Tacticus with the spy on the ball, as per usual. NC Game Wizard not using any of the retrofits that you can use for the inventor. What the retrofits do is, as you can see, normal solar panel just gives you plus 1.2 power. A liquid cooling solar panel consumes more water but gives you plus 1.4 power. A fertilizer farm consumes carbon but gives more food, versus a biotech farm consumes less water and consumes chemicals for the same amount of food. So that's what NC Game Wizard is playing with, the ability to swap out different buildings, and that takes 30 seconds to retrofit, and then it costs 10 chemicals and 10 steel. Feedback, meanwhile, boosting this pleasure dome. That's the one that has been gooned, going for a patent lab. Going to do a patent lab rush of some sort. Now, going for superconductor, which does cost 60 in continuous innovation, but deciding better of it, going to nanotech first. If Tacticus on HQ4 as the elite, making good use of the less steel for the elite. Also, all that power money from these boosted nuclear plants. Tudback is frozen. Peasant over here has solar panels. Now, solar panels are better on Io, but I still don't think I would have gone for solar panels in the crater. Although they are cheap, so that's probably why. Peasant definitely lagging HQ to $29,000 to get the upgrade. Water and food starting to get really expensive, so debt's starting to be a problem. Tacticus has a patent lab up of his own, has a gooned pleasure dome. NC Game Wizard also struggling to upgrade to HQ4. So, well, he's up to HQ3, but NC debt doing a lot of shipping. Still, and doesn't quite have enough money to get this oxygen. Let's have 2 solar condensers up. Nothing really out here that says a must retrofit from the retrofit menu for NC Game Wizard. Feedback has finally unfrozen, got the one patent that he wanted. Now has, which was nanotech, and now is completely out of the patent lab. Death Tacticus going to get nanotech license from Tudback. EMP caught on Death Tacticus Pleasure Dome.
Sold.
Does look like Death Tacticus has quite the sizable lead over here on HQ4.
Is open for business.
Plenty of things frozen, but adrenaline boosting out that patent lab.
A scientific HQ has been upgraded.
Thinking machines, virtual reality queued up. Tudback up in HQ4 as a scientist. Has 4 claims. Let's see what Tudback can decide to go into ice. But Death Tacticus, with all that power money, now could purchase majority buy lots of players. Peasant, NC Game Wizard, or Tudback. Deciding instead to upgrade to HQ5. Following Artosis advice of when you're ahead, get more ahead. That works for Off-World as well. 2 HQs above both NC Game Wizard and Peasant. Peasant does have a nice boost, going for an optimization center, although some of these are frozen. NC Game Wizard moving into more steel mills, 55k for the upgrade. A lot of that's in aluminum, left over in aluminum. A lot of that was in glass. Glass is quite expensive. Yeah, nobody found it as adaptive, which might have been a good choice considering that electronics are so much cheaper than glass. Feedback is frozen, the water processor is frozen out. That Tacticus picks up thinking machines. And the Game Wizard upgrading to HQ4, moving into some more ion collectors. That Tacticus HQ5 in quite the sizable lead. Deciding to purchase into Peasant, but Peasant will be able to defend himself.
Stock is being sold.
Peasant still lagging a little bit on HQ5, has one more coin they could use. $42,000 for the upgrade, 9k to go. Yeah, that Pleasure Dome is pretty good. Even with the reduced Elite Pleasure Dome, virtual reality plus 150% Pleasure Dome will do that. And 2 elites, a scientist, and an inventor gives quite the entertainment demand. I think inventor has the same entertainment demand as scientist, or maybe one more? I don't remember off the top of my head, but right now, NC Game Wizard is in trouble with debt. And $240,000 in debt. That was a very nasty debt. Tech needs to pay off 100k debt just to get from D+4 to C debt. So I think NC Game Wizard would be a nice pickup by somebody. And by somebody, that might be Death Tacticus. Death Tacticus almost has enough money just to shift click by NC Game Wizard, or NC Game Wizard is going to be cheaper thanks to that stock price.
The black market is online.
And here goes Death Tacticus buying into NC Game Wizard before NC Game Wizard has a chance to defend himself. Tudeback has a decent amount of markets here, but hasn't been able to use this spot to its potential. Death Tacticus getting that nice big boost from the power, and then going hard into patents. And all these patents have been quite useful. Superconductor, virtual reality, thinking machines, synthetic meat. Death Tacticus making a lot of money in a lot of markets. Going to be able to buy out NC Game Wizard at any time. NC Game Wizard desperately trying to pay off some debt. Has made a valiant effort. Only 50k more to go. But that's not going to change Death Tacticus. Going to get this buy. Actually could take the buy right now if he sold out of his optimizations and patents. The question is, Tudeback right here is the main challenger to Death Tacticus, and what can Tudeback do? Tudeback doesn't quite have the earning potential. Sold out of that patent lab and has let Death Tacticus take any patent that he wants, which an elite can do anyway, but that means that Tudeback the scientist can't get any of those patents. So Tudeback's going to try and take out Peasant after Death Tacticus took out NC Game Wizard. Peasant does have enough money to defend himself, though, and will do so. Meanwhile, Death Tacticus is going to decide to help out. These patents doing extremely well for Death Tacticus, as are the optimizations. See, Tudeback needs 200,000 more to make the buy. Death Tacticus needs 100,000 more to make the buy. So Death Tacticus is going to roll, looks like, into a very strong victory here on IO.
The black market is online.
90% of the buy on Peasant, 88% of the buy Peasant falling into debt. Death Tacticus adrenaline boosting. Whoops. Adrenaline boosting these water processors, which are making a ridiculous amount of money. Efficient water technology, improved power technology, $645,000. You think that would be somewhere where Tudeback could be doing quite well, but Tudeback doesn't quite pick up enough ice. Death Tacticus going to buy into Tudeback while he can. Maybe he might decide to purchase Tudeback first. Nobody freezing this adrenaline boost. A 20k freeze there definitely would have been worth it, because Death Tacticus just made an absolute killing. 2 buy buttons for Death Tacticus, going to take out the closer competition, which was Tudeback, and then Death Tacticus just putting on a clinic here on how to win. Oh, don't sell out of yourself, Peasant. Unfortunately, selling out will mess up the FFA ranks there, so I'll just have to correct that. As Peasant did lose 1 point for being majority bought, which we'll give back. Peasant did place third by himself. We'll take a look at the charts and graphs here. Tacticus making a lot of money. $257,000 in entertainment revenue, $1.3 million auto sold. No dividend revenue, but let's actually just look at the balance sheet. In general, purchase 50, yeah, you can see that jump start in power money right there, 181,000, 130,000 in the power money made over the life of the game, and a lot of that was early. So Tacticus doing quite well in this match, a well-deserved victory, and that should push him back into the finals.